Hey kiddos, I hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend. We're going to start this week off by talking about place value. Now I know you have a lot of experience with this, you know a lot about place value, but we're going to push it a little bit further down the line. Alright, so let's start with what the definition of place value is. It's the value of a digit based on its place in a number. Okay? I've got a chart for us here, and this is something that, again, you're familiar with. You know the ones place, you know your tens, you know your hundreds. Remember the comma comes after every 3 digits, okay? So we've gone 1, 2, 3, then there's a comma. All right, and you also know about the thousands, okay? We're going to push it a little bit further. So after our thousands place comes 10,000s, then 100,000s. If you'll notice, you've got a pattern here. So we start with identifying which section we're in. So this would be the ones, then we say tens and hundreds. Again, we're going to start with identifying which section we're in. We're in the thousands, okay? And then that pattern repeats. We go to the 10,000s and then the 100,000s, okay? Remember those commas, don't forget, after 3 places, we need another comma. And then after our 100,000s, of course, we move on to millions, okay? All right, so let's look at some of these definitions. Again, to refresh our memory, because they can be confusing. We can swap them up sometimes. All right, so the value of something, the amount each digit is worth, okay? Well, what is a digit? A symbol that represents a whole number, all right? So if we were to apply those 2 definitions, if I wanted you to find one of those things, I might say to tell me about the number that's in the tens place, okay? And I want to know what digit that is, and you would tell me 5. But if I ask you what the value of that 5 in the tens place is, well, that's 5 tens. So we would count 5 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So my value of that 5 in the tens place is 50. Got it? Okay. All right, let's also review some of the word forms or forms of the numbers that you're going to see. Of course, we start out with standard form. So if the number is 634,000, 125, okay? Just the digits in order, nothing special about it, okay? Now we're going to go to word form. Again, we're going to write out 630-4,000, then a comma, because in standard form, there's a comma there, so I have to put it over here too. Then 120-5, okay? I'm going to go on down to expanded form. Again, you've done this before, but we're just going to add a few more places in our problems that we're going to work a little bit later. All right, so we've got to start with our first digit we're given, and the place that it's in is in the 100,000. So we have 600,000 plus 30,000 plus 4,000. Right so far? Yep. Then we move to the other side of the comma. Plus 100 plus 20 plus 5. Got expanded form? All right, we're going to move on to base 10 down here. Now, we're going to talk about base 10 just to refresh your memory. You may see a few of these problems, but base 10 that we have in our classroom, our manipulative blocks that we work with in our classroom, we only go to the thousands place. So I did change the number up right here. So if we had just the 4,000, see, I took it off right there. If we had just the 4,125, we would need 4,000 blocks. We would need the big 3D blocks, okay? Then we would go to, we need 100 flat, or 100 flat, okay? Then we would need 20. We would need to represent 20, so that's 2 10 rods, right? 2 in the tens place, so 2 tens. And then 5 in the ones place, so 5 1 blocks as well, okay? So those are our different forms of a number and all of your definitions for place value. Remember our new ones, okay? We're moving past thousands. We're going to 10,000s and 100,000s, okay? Don't think you're going to see any millions in your work, but I wanted you to know what comes next. And you might have seen that, I know you've seen it in our classroom on our focus wall in the front of our room, on our math focus wall. Okay, so as for your assignment this week, I know that last week it was a little bit confusing, so we're going to try to make it as simple as possible. So in Google Classroom, where you're seeing this video, in Google Classroom, we are going to start heading in purple each week the dates for the week, and then underneath that we will have the assignments that we will need you to complete. So for math this week, I need you to watch the video that you're watching now and comment below. Let's comment with this big number, the 634,125. Comment with that so I know that you watched it, okay? All right. And then you're going to complete a practice. It's a Google slide practice, and it's only 5 slides. It's just practicing those different things. And if you get it wrong, you can work it out differently, okay? You don't have to submit that to me, just practice, okay? What I do want you to submit is your workbook, page 267. Just take a picture of it when you're done. So you're going to get this workbook, okay, that was delivered to your house. If for some reason you can't find it, I can, let's see, I'll get it to you somehow. Just let your parents give me a message that you need the page, okay? All right, so it is actually page 267. P267, okay? And it will be labeled checkpoint. There are pages before it. This is that section of getting ready for 4th grade that I talked to you about. That's what this is. So after chapter 12, we have these lesson 1 through 4. That's on the subject if you wanted to do those for practice. But what I need from you is a picture of your checkpoint front and back, okay? And that's all I need from you to turn in for the week. Okay, if you have any questions, of course, email me or have your parents send me a message through Remind, okay? You guys got this, and I will see you soon. I'll see you on Thursday for our Zoom.